for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com. All right, we are live here on Mornings with Lone Star. It is 10:01 on this beautiful Tuesday, July 11th. We're broadcasting live right now from the Lone Star Community Radio studios. We're also on Facebook and YouTube on Lone Star Community Radio because we have a special guest in the studio. I'm really excited about having Lori from the Howard Hughes Corporation in with us. And then also we're going to be talking about the upcoming 5th anniversary Summer Bash happening at the Woodlands Hills up in Willis. So if you're looking for a fun event to have your family, go check out some homes and snow cones is pretty much the selling point. But with me right now, we have Lori Parisi in the studio. Lori, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us out here today.
Yeah, I've been, you guys, the Howard Hughes Corporation does a lot in Montgomery County. I didn't realize all the developments you have going on, and the Woodlands Hills is one of them, and it's been going for 5 years now.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah?
So you're right. So we're the developer of the Woodlands Master Plan Community, which is actually turning 50 next year.
Oh, wow.
Yes, great development. One of the best in the nation. And
When you say that, is it like the whole Woodlands?
yes, the whole Woodlands, 28,500 acres.
See, when people tell me those numbers, I don't know what that means. It's like, sounds big. So that is the starting point for the Howard Hughes in this area was the Woodlands, the town.
Yes, it was a community.
Community.
Yes, but you're correct. So
Okay.
it actually started with George Mitchell, the founder of the Woodlands, and Howard Hughes did take over the Woodlands and also the vision to develop it.
He did have a vision.
He did have a vision,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of sustainability, environmental, a community within the trees, and that's what it's all about. The Woodlands Hills is very similar to that. We actually even kept the name, the Woodlands, in it. It's 13 miles north, of course, of the Woodlands, but it is gently rolling terrain. We came up with, so people could associate the Woodlands knowing we developed both communities, and the hills kind of stands for the gently rolling terrain. And it's true, it's been here 5 years, and we really want to celebrate that.
And in that celebration, guys, I put a link to the event itself. It's happening on July 22nd from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. There's a lot of stuff going on up there during that time, and it's free to the public.
That is correct.
And you're going to have, like, I guess, I know you have bands. I was reading about it.
How we have live music.
Yeah.
There's a tour of 15 model homes, chance to win some prizes, including money prizes.
In a home?
No,
I'm
not
just
the
kidding.
home.
I'm just kidding.
But you are right. With this hot heat, we are giving away free frozen treats that day.
Oh, man.
There will be food trucks. Food trucks you do have to pay for.
Yeah.
But the frozen treats, that's incredible in this hot weather.
Oh, yeah. It's been I went golfing yesterday, actually, and probably around like the 5th hole, I go, man, it really is hot. And it was golfing's fun. And you probably know a lot about golf because I know the Howard Hughes does golf, don't they?
Yes. Well, so like the Woodlands has 7 championship golf courses in it. I wish I knew how to golf, but I don't.
Well, you can learn at any time.
I know. I really need to take golf lessons.
And so let's talk about the Woodlands Hills a little bit because it's the 5th anniversary, meaning that the community has been built, like still growing.
Right.
So you're still building stuff out there. There's a lot of homes available for people who need to check it out. This is a great opportunity on July 22nd to check it out.
That's right. So there's 15 decorated model homes, but we have 8 builders that offer different products. I mean, you can get a home from, we call it low maintenance, with basically zero lot line.
That's where I'd want to go.
Yeah, to 75-foot home sites. A new product by Chesmar Homes there on that low maintenance is they're like a townhome, but they're detached, which I think is just wonderful. It just gives you another option. And they're even 1 stories, 1 story, 2 stories.
Yeah, because the home stuff is it's a world I don't know. And it's so interesting to see, especially what developers are trying to do and how society, especially up here in Montgomery County, is just growing. So what are people looking for when they're looking for a home?
Right.
And so it's neat that you offer all these different, I guess when you say service or products, it's kind of weird to hear a house as a product.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie,
I
Lori.
know, but we do fit the lifestyle. How's that? But like we're talking about low maintenance,
Yeah.
but it goes to 75-foot lots. And the homes, you're saying, what are they looking at? We are really looking for nature and that outdoor amenity experience. So
Yeah.
you'll find a lot of outdoor amenities in the Woodlands Hills. But you also find homes, for instance, when the pandemic came, people were looking for 2 offices in their home. You'll find a lot of the home builders offer those options now. Children's retreat, where they can have their own area, and that was really big during the pandemic, to find a place where the children could study and, be away from the adults,
Yeah.
have their own space. So they really do accommodate the growing trends.
And you can also imagine for the bash, you can visit these homes and get great ideas.
Yes, so you can definitely visit the homes. They're decorated.
Yeah.
They also, when you visit each of the 15 models, you come back, turn in your card, no purchase necessary, and you'll be registered to win one of $1,000 gift cards. We're going to give 2 away.
Okay. So hold on, what's the card? What is that? You want to go? You want to make sure they go visit the homes?
Right, so
Okay.
they'll stamp the card when you visit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Plus the builders that I mentioned, they will be giving away their own prizes.
Okay.
A lot of summer prizes.
Yeah, we got a stack of wood, right? We have leftover material.
No, they won't know.
Yeah, no, I know material is pretty expensive these days.
Well,
so.
I know. Actually, wood, I would put my name in the drawing. But no, they'll be doing some summer fun prizes.
Yeah, because looking at the people don't know where the Woodlands Hills is. It is. I would say it's in Willis. So it's zoned for Willis ISD, and I saw that you guys, my buddy Tim Harkriders, did a park for him, and I bet he got a kick out of that.
Oh, he loved it. He was so touched.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He used to have a show with us. Willis
wow.
ISD used to do a show here, and then I think I forgot what happened was they did their own thing. I gave them their baby step, and then they grew to walk.
Oh, that's
so
wonderful.
they're doing their I love having Tim on because he talks baseball with me.
Oh.
But yeah, he's a great superintendent out there. So if you're looking for a great school zone, Willis ISD is perfect because it's more hands-on, plus it's growing.
Right. So the whole area, exactly like you said, FM 830 to FM 1097. Off FM 830 is the main entrance. We're right next to Metter Elementary School and Brabham Middle School. But you mentioned the parks, and we did dedicate that park recently. It was our 6th park. We should have 20 parks. But the great thing...
Well, what do you mean we should have 20 parks?
We will eventually have 20 parks. But what we did is we donated the naming rights to that park, and it raised money for Willis ISD Education Foundation.
That's good. I thought you just liked Tim.
Yeah,
I guess that's not the case.
No, he's a wonderful guy. But what we've done in 5 years, 5 of the parks, we have donated the naming rights, and we've raised about $25,000 for
Wow.
Yeah, for Willis ISD Education Foundation and Montgomery County Community Foundation.
See, that's what's so interesting to me. A lot of people don't recognize that, corporations like the Howard Hughes corporations do things, and a lot of people don't realize what they do. Now, they do have their function, which is like doing these planned communities like Woodlands Hills, but then you have somebody like you who's involved.
Right.
So you do these naming rights and you do these fundraisers and things like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't, because everyone just thinks, oh, they come and build and then they leave. Like they're an automated phone number that if I have to call somebody, those kind of things. So let me ask you this: where do you live? You don't have to say the address.
I won't say the address.
Yeah, you don't have to say that.
I live in the Woodlands Hills.
Really?
Yes, I moved there too.
Look at this.
I know.
Oh, you probably got a deal though. Knowing you.
You know what? I really
I'm
love
just kidding.
it.
I'm just
I know. But I wanted to back up a little bit. You were talking about the charities.
Yeah.
Just we have an HH Cares, is what it's called, Howard Hughes. And regionally, We donate and volunteer to over 180 local causes.
Okay.
So you're right about that. People don't realize we do.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things, especially when you think of developers or home builders or community planners or whatever the official title is. No one really, it's just some name, and then it's like it's not the people. It's strange,
Right?
Because when I first met you through, I think I met you through the chamber or something like that, and I was like, the Howard Hughes Corporation, is that the same Howard Hughes? Because I think there's only one Howard Hughes, right? And then I started visiting your website, and I was like, whoa, they're everywhere. Because it's interesting that like the Howard Hughes Corporation to me is a good thing. Because if you look at your planned communities around the country, because y'all are all over the country.
We are, from New York to Hawaii.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what? They're just trying to build a community that's, to me, it's family driven, if I want to look at it. And but it also, you keep in mind what's going on locally. So like the Woodlands Hills right there, it's growing so much, especially on 1097, and then you have the battle of the Krogers and the HEBs and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is a good time to look at a house, because when you know Kroger's battling HEB, it's going to be a growing area.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I know. When I moved here, that was like, wow. I said, I've got everything right here.
Where are you from?
I am actually from the Woodlands.
Really?
Yes, I grew up in the Woodlands area. So,
okay. So you were familiar with everything growing and all that kind of stuff.
I've been in Montgomery County almost all my life.
Look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, I've been here for, I want to say, 12 years now.
Oh,
but I lived in Houston and then Spring and that kind of stuff. So I had family that's been in the Woodlands for over 50 years.
Wow.
So there's that. But
that's great.
So I've been visiting the area occasionally. But yeah, I love it up here.
I know I'm a native Houstonian, but when I moved to the Woodlands Hills, Willis, I really like the quaint town, and I love Conroe, all the nightlife too, and I just enjoy going out.
Yeah, it's different.
It is.
Like, and it combines the small towns with, like, what I tell people when they visit is, like, if you want to take a girl on a nice date, you don't just have to go to the Woodlands. You can go all around Montgomery County and find a nice place. And actually, I'm checking out, the Hyatt. They just built that new Hyatt.
Yes.
What is it? Was it Convention Center? I'm actually going to go check. They invited me out there on Wednesday,
wow.
so I'm going to go check it out. They have a restaurant called Conroe with ROU or ROX or RUX. And so I'm like, oh, I'll check that out.
That's different. That's neat.
Yeah. And well, let me ask you this: with the Woodland Hills growing, what's the overall plan? Like you said, there's 20 parks. How many houses can you build in that area?
We are probably looking about households,
Households.
4,000.
4,000 households. And when
It's
you
a
talk,
large community.
yeah, when you talk about amenities, what are communities wanting these days?
They're wanting pools, so we.
I like how yeah, they want pools, or I want a pool. That's what I just heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah, no, but like we have a lazy river there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they have like basically I call it a resort style for children. They can walk in like a little beach entry. They have a diving tower, but there's also a fitness pool. You know, if adults want to not be in the family-oriented involvement, they can definitely do the fitness pool. We also offer like a whole state-of-the-art fitness center right there. We have a gigantic activity center that's 10,600 square feet.
You're like basically a YMCA.
Yeah, so you can do parties there. A door opens. You can be indoors, outdoors. We have concerts for families, 2 dog parks, tennis courts, everything you can imagine. I think the one great thing about the Woodlands Hills is very community-oriented. They put together little organizations that you can be involved in, clubs. I mean, you can do bunco, you can be an empty nester club, mama's club.
So you're telling me the age of homeowners there is a variety.
It is a variety of homeowners.
And so all those amenities, explain to me, how does that work if I live there? Is that just part of having a home, or is there like a fee you pay to use the facilities?
There is an annual fee.
Okay.
Which is a very
Is that considered like an HOA?
Yes, an HOA fee. But the good news is, if you live there, you pay your HOA fee. You don't pay any pool fees or anything. It's just all included.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, and our activity center, they have so many events for people. I mean, they've had like a 4th of July, They have a
Well, it's a community.
right, a community.
Yeah.
And it's actually award-winning. We won a national award a couple of years ago for our events in the Woodlands Hills.
So you guys party.
Yeah, we party.
And you get awards for your parties.
Maybe that's why I like it. So,
No, it's interesting to me because especially with how old Montgomery County is and how communities are changing the idea of what a community is.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like the Woodlands Hills has a plan.
yes, it does.
And I think that's going to be very appealing to people.
They want that wholesome community.
I don't. I want to have like a little, I want to have the bunker.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it sounds like even if you're looking for a house for retirement or for a new family, or even if your family, you're what do you call them, middle nesters?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Is that what I am? Probably.
Well, it's like if your kids are like right there at 14, and and
I
you
know.
move, it's like they're almost out, but they're still here for a couple more years. So we want to find somewhere that
Yeah.
they can accommodate them. Because where I live right now, it's like every kid has an ATV. And I'm like, I would never be allowed to drive an ATV. Or like a side-by-side or something. I'm talking about
That's right.
those little mini trucks. I was like, I would never be allowed to do this kind of stuff. But it just changes. Like community stuff like that changes all the time.
It does. It does. I mean, now they have bike trails that
Yeah.
are dedicated to just bikes right off the major roads.
Oh, wow.
But we also have nature trails. And when I say nature trails, we of course have the ones with the path that are groomed.
Yeah.
But we have nature trails where you can literally go walking in the woods.
Plus, y'all are right by the state forest.
Yes, we're
On that-
we're
yeah.
very close. And in fact, my son takes our dog walking through the nature trails,
Yeah.
which the dog and him, they enjoy it. Just kind of unwind.
Well, I mean, I've encouraged people. I'll put a link to the Woodlands Hills website so you can check out all the cool stuff you guys are doing. And especially for this event, it's on July 22nd. It's from 3 to 8 p.m.
3 to 8 p.m.
And it's free to the public. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be free frozen treats. And then there's also going to be food trucks for food for sale and stuff like that. I would encourage people can they bring water?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
we will have some ice chests around for
Yeah.
water, a cooling station, inflatables,
Yeah.
balloons, face painters.
Well, it's award-winning parties.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
come on, guys.
We have to have it. There's a water slide.
I love it. You know what? It's funny to me is because your title is you're the communications
So I'm the director of public relations.
public
and
relations, so
community
PR and all that
relations.
kind of stuff.
Community
So you talk only good things.
I get it.
So we need to get next time we have you on, we're going to talk about the underbelly
There
of
you
every. Of because I what I love is I wish I could have my dad on with us right now because we've moved a couple times and he's pretty active in the communities. Like right now he's on the board of their HOA.
Oh, wow.
And he's one of those guys, and he always has these crazy stories. Is because with the HOAs, from what I understand, the boards are people who live in the community, and everyone has their opinion on how the community should be should be run. But you got Howard Hughes involved, so you got to listen to those people occasionally, I imagine.
Absolutely.
But no, I think people who are moving here see these communities, and it's good to see the plan. So visit the website if you're looking for a home. Visit the website for the Woodlands Hills. You can see the plan. And I think that's kind of interesting. I know that would be like if I was married and looking to have children, that'd be something I'd be like, oh, this is huge right here.
Yes, it is definitely. And you're right. There were different age groups, but I enjoy talking with everybody, even hanging out. I went with some young people, we went with their families. We went out to a community event, and we had a great time.
Yeah, because like when I grew up, when I was between like second grade and fourth grade, we grew up in a community on a cul-de-sac, and that cul-de-sac did everything together. And even my neighbors who were retired, they would participate, and they would always be the cool ones who'd bring like the soft drinks, the soda. And I'm like, because no one else, parents do not let kids drink soda apparently. But yeah, it was like I really liked that idea. And then when we moved from there, I was like, oh, we don't do that here. We don't have a cul-de-sac party. Nope. I guess it just needs to be built.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of the people. Sounds like you guys have your cul-de-sac parties.
Yeah, definitely the cul-de-sac parties.
Yeah.
Definitely seeing neighbors and friends at the parks. Most parks are within walking distance. We design.
Oh, you're gonna have 20 of them.
Yeah, we design the community where people can walk to a park and enjoy it.
Yeah, because I know listening to HOA minutes, that's one of the biggest complaints is not enough parks.
Yeah, Well, we definitely have enough parks. The Woodlands has enough. I also want to give a shout out to Bridgeland, is our other community in the northwest area of Houston.
Okay.
It's designed the same way, award winning as well.
Well, it's not Montgomery County.
But it's not Montgomery
That's over
County.
There, like 290. Where is
Yes,
it? Yeah.
290 Cypress.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
We love Montgomery
I'm just
County.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that we could touch a little bit more. If people are just now tuning in, I'm with Lori Parise with the Howard Hughes Corporation. They do a lot in Montgomery County when it comes to development. And with the Woodlands, I mean, that's been going on for, what, 80-something years?
50.
50?
Yes.
All right. So why did I think 80? I don't know why.
It's because you're in radio. You stretch it a little.
Yeah, it makes it sound more important. But that community itself has been growing, and it's getting to that point where people every couple of years they talk about, is it going to be a town or a township, blah blah blah. And then Howard Hughes saw more opportunity in Montgomery County with the Woodlands Hills. Is there any other future developments you think in the area, or
right now, there's always room.
Yeah, there's a lot of room here.
Opportunity, we definitely would look at, but. The Woodlands Hills, we did see that opportunity.
Yeah.
It is so close to the Woodlands that you can work. I mean, it's like an option. You can work there. You have the hospitals in the Woodlands. Of course, the amenity. We have so many in Conroe and Willis, but the Woodlands offers amenities. I mean, you have the pavilion. People can go to the mall.
Well, yeah, so I'm saying, like, Montgomery County has almost like all the spectrum
Yes,
of what society really, entertainment. You have your medical. And then you also have like the different. I would say, like, you even go to Margaritaville and spend a weekend there.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
And it's like a staycation or whatever it is.
That's right. And even the Woodlands Resort.
Yeah,
they have some in the west.
They have Market Street, and then they're doing something by the mall. I read about that. I guess no one's really going to the mall anymore, so they're going to tear some of it down or something.
I believe they're putting hotels. That's not us, but I do.
Well, I didn't say. I don't want to.
Yeah, don't say it's Howard Hughes.
Yeah, it's not Howard Hughes. But I just because the reason I was talking about it was because you guys, they've been there for 50 years, and they're realizing what their community wants, and so communities are always shifting. Like, look at downtown Conroe. Mm-hmm. I've been down here for over 10 years, and just the dramatic shift the last 3 years, where all these people are building onto existing buildings, and it's just like, it's a really cool idea. Yes. And it makes it still look like historic downtown Conroe.
Mm-hmm. It looks wonderful. I love that they're revitalizing.
I don't know if this is correct, but I remember reading something about this, the city council, or they made a rule where, like, if you're building a new building, you have to make it look like the older buildings that were here, where the Great Fire on the Main Street and stuff. So there's not going to be dramatically different buildings. It's all kind of look the same.
Oh, I'm glad they're doing
Which
that.
I think is important to making downtown look like a downtown, compared to, like, Houston, where it's just you never know what's going to happen.
That's right. They're doing a wonderful job revitalizing Conroe.
Yeah.
One thing we're forgetting about Conroe is the Lake Conroe.
Yeah, the lake people are lake people. I don't really know how to describe them. They're not pleasant. No, the lake is changing a lot too.
It is, and the Woodlands Hills is 4 miles from.
Yeah, I saw that.
From a public access down 830.
So you can have a boat.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to have it at the lake, but that's okay.
Oh, I can't park my boat at my cool house?
No, not at the house.
Aw. I mean, you just got to talk to the HOA.
Yeah, I do know.
You be that one person. I want to have a boat. I mean, a lot. The HOA stuff's always funny to me, because it's almost like you can make a whole show about that. Like, look at these requests we got. They want to put a mailbox that's bigger, like those kind of things. But that's important for people to know. Like, they have lake access on the northeast side of the lake.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of things. I mean, I'm trying to think of the marina area over on 105, and that's changing. They're adding all that. Did you see those condos they built a couple years ago, like 7 years ago? They're huge, and I was like, "There's a condo on the lake. That's so weird." Like, I'm talking like 15 stories or something like that.
My
it's
gosh.
big.
That is big.
But yeah, and then also one of my favorite places on 105 by the lake. It's Mr. Taco, but it's not on the lake, unfortunately. That's one of my favorite taco joints. Shout out to those guys.
I'll have to try it out.
But yeah, so that's really cool. I forgot the Woodlands Hills has that quick access. So that's,
it does.
Yeah.
It has real easy access to the lake. And my favorite place to eat is Pizza Shack. And
Willis?
I go to the Willis
Yeah.
one. Oh, I love it.
They have better booths.
Yeah, they're so close to.
Yeah.
They're too close to the Woodlands Hills. But when we moved to the Woodlands Hills, my son did say, "Oh my goodness, all this fast food," which is probably bad because we eat it too much. But it's
the best fast food. They have Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
They got Chicken Max now.
Chipleys.
Yeah, it's like it's not like just the normal McDonald's. Like, no, you can go to high quality stuff.
Yes, crust pizza, mod pizza.
Yeah.
So you're right. No, there's so many options.
And plus, you have H-E-B and Kroger.
Options, yes, H-E-B, Kroger.
That's when you know you're living the life.
That's right. Those
Yeah.
are
Next thing you know, there's going to be an Aldi's too, and that's going to be like heaven.
I saw a sign for Aldi's, although I think they're moving it. But I saw a sign for Aldi's on 1097.
Yeah. I mean, that's the grocery heaven right there for
There
all
you
three
go.
of those places. And the next thing you know, you got Costco, and then now you're just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know. We don't have Costco yet, but we do have Sam's very close in Conroe, and Walmart and Target.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's one thing I love about, especially the 445 and 105. It's like people who just like live in Montgomery. It's not a far drive to the lake. People who live in Woodlands Hills, it's not a far drive to the Woodlands, and there's all that stuff in between.
That's right.
Especially the medical stuff. That blew my mind, learning how many hospitals are right there in the Woodlands.
The Woodlands is a regional medical hub.
Yeah.
I mean, you do. You have so many major hospitals.
I wonder if people are going to Houston in the medical center and going, is it better to go up north?
You know,
Like,
when
are there
my-
better doctors up there? How do we
I
know?
don't know. Well, when my parents became ill, both of them, they literally did not have to go to Houston. They saw doctors in the Woodlands,
Yeah.
went to the hospital.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can see that reputation happening where you got this state-of-the-art medical center in downtown Houston. We're not going to go to that one. We're going to go.
Yeah, you don't have to. Mainly, you can do everything in the Woodlands.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple things, but it's true.
Yeah, I love it. And so let's cover the event one more time. I'm with Lori Parise. We're talking about the 5th anniversary Summer Bash happening at the Woodlands Hills up in Willis. It's going to be on July 22nd from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's a free event for the public. They're going to have model homes that you can tour. And if you tour them, you can enter to win exciting door prizes. There's going to be live music, food trucks, frozen treats, water slides, all that kind of stuff.
That's right. It's the woodlandshills.com if you need more information.
Yeah, I put all the links
Oh,
to
great.
the event in the descriptions for everything. So, Lori, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think you've covered most of it. We're really excited about the event, celebrating the 5th anniversary. And Howard Hughes actually developed the Woodlands Hills from the beginning. It's our first master plan community that we really did from scratch.
Uh-oh. Is that good or bad?
That's great.
Well, y'all had a lot of experience.
Right, exactly. Because when we took over the Woodlands, George Mitchell was founder.
Yeah.
But again, we stayed true to his vision, but we're really excited to bring the Woodlands Hills and celebrate it.
That's cool. And I'm excited. That's going to be on July 22nd, guys. If you want more information, it's in the description. I put a link to the Facebook, also a link to their website for the event itself. We're going to get back to music here. Also want to remind you, tomorrow we're going to have the Montgomery County Hospital District in the studio, live in person. We're going to be talking about EMS. And also, did you know they have their own podcast? So we're going to be talking about that. And if you have any questions for EMS-related topics, make sure to email us at morningswithlonestar@gmail.com. We're going to have actually a lot of people. I think we're going to have like three or four EMC people. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. EMS, sorry. And so we're going to have them in tomorrow. So, yeah. Lori, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having
And
us.
we'll be back tomorrow. We got more music coming your way here on Lone Star Community Radio with Mornings with Lone Star.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors.